intro, I guess, because I'm running late, shock. But we've got quite a busy weekend this weekend, so I thought I'd do something a little bit different and combine the two events that I'm doing things into one vlog. One of them is dressage, and up till now I've not vlogged about dressage because I'm really like embarrassed because we're very bad. So at least if I add it onto another thing I'm doing, then that bit might not have to be very long. I'll decide whether I'm brave enough to put the whole video of me doing dressage in, or if I just put, I don't know, we'll see. So today I am joining a friend, Madison, again to do an arena eventing clinic again at Pycombe, which you guys are going to be sick of, but just is what it is. They've just got everything going on at the minute. So yeah, it's with our sort of riding club. They had a dropout because actually I wasn't planning on doing it, but they had someone drop out and asked if I wanted the space yesterday, so I was like, yeah, okay, let's go for it. So I'm gonna give that a go. It's a bit drizzly and windy, so I don't know how that's gonna pan out, but yeah, fingers crossed on that. Just hoping for a good schooling session, basically. She's seen all the 70s. I don't really know what the height is that we're doing, but we'll see. Hopefully she's good. If I just ride properly, then we've got a good chance. So yeah, I need to get to the yard now and just give her a brush over and try and muck her out before we go, so she's done for when we get back. So I will see you at the yard maybe, or even at the venue, I'm not sure, because the weather's a bit gross. I don't really know how much footage I'm going to get, because I don't know if Madison's family are going to want to be standing in the rain, but hopefully you'll get a little bit, and I'll add that in, but I'll see you guys later. Someone's been an angel and managed to get poo where she has never got poo before, all the way up here, even though she had a rug on, which today is just annoying because we just look a bit grubby and gross, but for dressage tomorrow, not really helpful when I can't bath you. So yeah, your face looks nice as well, doesn't it? Lovely big mark on the ear. Oh, I haven't even looked at the other side. Let's... Oh, other side is good. This is our favourite side. We like this side. Can anyone do me a swap for a grey? I'll have your bay horse, please. got to admit, this is 2 weeks on since the last video that you would have just seen. Obviously that last video being my fall. I did film this ending bit a week ago, but I've talked for about 20 minutes in it, which is ridiculous, and I'm just waffling on and I don't know what I'm talking about, and probably still high on pain relief, so just thought scrap that, we'll try again. So sorry about the backdrop. I'm just at home, sat on the floor because it's just easier with the camera and stuff. Got my little cup of green tea. So yeah, I just thought I should obviously talk about that because it's quite a big, well, it's a massive thing, and it's going to have a big effect long term as well. So as you saw, as I said, I fell at the end of that clinic. I had a fall at the last jump of the session. How annoying is that? But it was the biggest jump of the session. Obviously, sort of being at the end makes sense, doesn't it? And it was at least an 80. I'm going to say it. I don't think it was bigger, but it was definitely an 80. And it had some flowers in front of it and off sort of a corner. And I'm mentioning the flowers because I had a problem with them earlier in the clinic at a smaller jump that we've done before and had, been fine with. But she decided she didn't want to do that jump today or that day because of these flowers. So I did have a fall as well, another one, at that after about the third attempt of trying to get over it. I plopped off, very nothingy fall, and then got back on, had another couple of goes trying to get over it. That was my riding. I just, was bottling it a bit, obviously, because I'd just fallen off, and then got her over. And then we just moved on, and we didn't put the flowers back. And obviously at the time, I just didn't really think about it and stuff. But having spoke to people since, another trainer, funnily enough, that I had my first cross-country clinic with, who just happened to be there watching and saw the whole thing, who I messaged about for some information, which I'll come on to in a bit. She brought this, she sort of made me think of this, but yeah, we moved on. Anyway, blah, 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 fast forward, got to the jump that I fell at, had flowers in front of it. I did say to the trainer, I was like, are we moving those flowers? And he was like, no, they're in your head, blah, blah. And I just thought I just went with it. I was like, oh yeah, they are in my head. Like, anyway, come around, we did the water first and then come into it. She was just a twat, like just being a twat, just refusing way out. I don't even know if she had even seen the jump. She just wasn't having any of it. So come represented, and she just did what she's done before, which is the stop, slam the brakes on right at the last second and spin out. So just to, again in the video, probably doesn't look like very much, but it was enough to break my arm. So as you can see, this is the current situation with said broken arm. I've broken my humerus, right humerus, so right arm. Awesome, I'm right-handed, so really helpful. They don't do casts anymore, if you're wondering what this situation is. No one seems to know, has ever seen it before, but yeah, they don't do casts so much anymore if they can help it. So I've got this brace on, supported around my shoulder, and then a sling. You can see there, I'm sure that was an attractive angle. Yeah, which I've obviously had on the last 2 weeks. They thought they were going to have to operate, but luckily didn't. So here we are. But yeah, just going back to the actual jump and stuff. And yeah, as I said, that video might not look like whatever, but I come off the side and then I landed on my elbow as far as I could tell, and all the force has gone into my arm and spiral fractured it. So yeah, obviously went to A&E and all that jazz. I was at my mum's for a week because I couldn't do anything. We've got to know each other really, really well, helping me get undressed, dressed, shower, wash my hair. It's been intimate. So shout out to my mum. She has been amazing, and my sister and all my family. But yeah, that was, it's not really the ideal situation, is it? But I'm back home now. I've been home just under a week, which is nice, just be back in your own space, isn't it? But been up the yard a couple of times just to see her. Obviously I can't actually do anything, but just to sort of help some of the other guys out at the yard. And the people at some of my friends at the yard have been absolutely amazing, like giving me lifts and just keeping me involved in stuff, which is just so nice and like really important at the minute. And it's good for me to see her and stuff, because obviously having that situation is massive, and a big reason I want to sort of talk after that, not that I couldn't just left the vlog there, but is that I'm out of action for, well, on paper 6 to 12 weeks. I'll see the fracture clinic again hopefully this week, I think is my first appointment, so I'll have a better idea of where I'm personally at. But that's what we're looking at, and then I don't even think that's including physio, which obviously, because I have no strength, 'cause I haven't used this arm. So it's gonna be a long time till I'm riding again, let alone sort of back to full fitness and all of that, which is obviously crap just at the start of the season of everything. It's just really hard now, because I'm gonna have to have a really serious sit down and think about what our future is together, really, because and I know this might sound dramatic, maybe, I don't know, to people, maybe it's not, but realistically, like I can't keep doing this. Like I'm just an amateur. I'm supposed to be having fun, going out every weekend or so, and just having a nice time. And I'm seriously injuring myself. Like this year, I've dislocated my left shoulder. I've damaged my left elbow at the same time. I tore my knee muscle. They're just the falls I've actually really hurt myself at. I've fallen off I've fallen off her more than I've fallen off any other horse. Now, don't get me wrong, I am now doing more than I've done before, height-wise, and cross-country is something I've never done before and stuff. So I get that it's not going to be smooth sailing, but it's so hard. And I'm not going to really, really go try and think too deep, because I'll just get so upset. But the main thing in my head is that I feel like with cross country specifically, really, we're in a bit of a vicious cycle, because she needs a confident rider. Like with everything, she needs a confident rider. Just because she is, that's the type of girl she is. And cross country in particular now, obviously, I don't know for sure until I get back on, but I can imagine I have lost my confidence after this. And it was pretty shaky before I just did this. And I'm just worried now that we're just going to make each other worse. Like, I'm not going to have, even if I try my hardest, I'm going to have this little thing holding me back to really ride as determined and confidently as I need to get her over the jumps and stuff. And that's then not, she's then not going to maybe improve, and then that's going to make me worse. And do you see what I mean? Like, that cycle's just going to keep going. So that's going to be really tough. And obviously I'm not making any quick decisions, and I don't know how I'm even going to come to any decision, to be honest, but that is a big thing in my head. I feel like show jumping, don't get me wrong, we're still green and stuff with that, but obviously the knockdown fences, or I just have that look, she is that bit more confident with it, so it feels like more manageable. I think that's probably the best way to describe it. And now, actually, since the dust has settled a bit, I feel a little bit more like maybe this will be okay. Whereas the first week and stuff, all I was thinking was, I'm gonna have to sell her. Which makes me upset to think about. Because it's just not something I want to do. Oh my god, okay, I did not expect to be getting upset on this vlog. So it's not something I obviously want to do at all. I absolutely love that horse, her nature, she's just an absolute sweetheart, and and this is no disrespect against anyone, but I don't buy horses to sell them on. I visioned her as being my forever horse, and the possibility that might not be the case is really upsetting. But so I realise I've been talking for such a long time, it's 10 minutes. But I I'm going to do everything I can to try and figure this out. But I also need to be realistic and maybe, and like fair on myself, I think, a bit, you know, like if I really think about it, I perhaps have missed a horse, like in terms of like my mum's horse that I was riding before, and her, well, and OT, but obviously it was such a short time that I had him, but I've missed a horse in between, like in terms of for my education and confidence and stuff, because she is so green and novice, and you know, she's 9, but in terms of mileage I think she's about 5, to be perfectly honest. Sorry. I don't know. I really don't know. Like, obviously, I could just think of dressage and show jumping, and she could probably, well, I'm sure she could get me. She already is getting me further than I've been with show jumping and stuff. And she's so scopy. Like, she's got so much potential there. So we could, you know, go up the heights and stuff with that, but which would be fine. But it's just not what I want to do. Like, I just do love cross country now. I've started doing it, and that's something I just really want to be able to carry on. Just so I'm not banging on for 20 minutes or so again, I'm just going to try and wrap this up quickly and tell you my current thoughts. But so one idea I'm thinking is to try and get a professional to school her cross country and get their feedback, just, you know, with someone who's used to green horses and obviously is a really solid rider and stuff, because I am the only one that's ridden her cross country, and I just think it would be really helpful for me just to get that feedback from someone in knowledgeable, you know, them to say, maybe if you do X, Y, Z, I think you can get through this, or I think she's probably always going to be this type of horse, or you know what I mean, just stuff like that, really, to help me in my thought process, as well as, or you know, obviously strip it right back again to logs on the floor, and you know, getting really confident with that and go just super slow, and I don't even think I've gone particularly fast. We were doing so well with arena eventing. It was at the same venue we've been at so many times, doing the 70 at, and you know, I actually didn't think it was a big ask to try an 80 jump or something. Okay, that day maybe because she was just a nightmare, really, but you know, hindsight's a wonderful thing, isn't it? So yeah, anyway, strip it back and really slowly with it, and do a lot of pairs and stuff, because she seemed to really love that and have a lot of confidence following another horse. So, you know, just work on that sort of thing, although I don't know how much of the season I'm going to have left by the time I'm back in action, so who knows with that. Obviously, as I mentioned, you know, focus on the other things, dressage and show jumping and stuff as well. And then I'm just hoping I just know either way really what to do. And either way, it's going to be really hard. No matter what decision I make, it's either going to be really hard because I'm going to have to battle through and, you know, try and overcome these demons, or it's going to be really hard because I'm going to have to sell her and find her a better fit. And I think she could be, and everyone says I should stop putting myself down as a rider and stuff, because I keep saying, you know, I just think if she had like XYZ type person, they could go so far and do so well. And I don't mean to say that to be putting myself down, I just genuinely think that's the case. Or, you know, just someone who's with more experience, really, that is what it comes down to. I can't fake that. You can't, you know, pretend you've got experience when you don't. And I have no experience with cross country, so in particular I don't have a lot of experience with everything else, but that's the main one. So yeah, I'm gonna stop going on because this is just long, isn't it? But yeah, I'm gonna obviously be a bit quiet on here now, vlog wise. I might maybe vlog other random stuff. I don't really know what I'm gonna do, but please pop onto my Instagram. That's still going to be kept going, and I'll keep you guys up to date with thoughts and feelings and whatever's going on there. So that's the same name as this. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate that this is going to be a long ramble at the end, but hopefully you guys can appreciate why I need to talk for quite a long time. And you know, if you have any advice at all, obviously please be nice with it, but I really will appreciate it massively. So please comment anything that you could suggest. I don't even know what you could suggest, but please, yeah, do, or DM me on Instagram. I would really love that, because I need all the help I can get at this stage. So yeah, thank you so much for watching again. Please like, I say subscribe. I know it's going to go a bit quiet for a bit, but I'll be doing, it's our year anniversary as well, so there'll be some edits with that and stuff. So yeah, subscribe, I'd love it. Like, please comment, anything you can, and I will see you guys who knows when, but thank you so much.